Happy Arvo. Hello. Thank you very much for joining me today. How you doing? Welcome to This Week in Australia.
Australia.
That's right. We're all the way from up here in Indiana. I'm going down under, using the internet to see what happened in Australia this week. Let's go. All right, top post this week. What the hell is that? Japanese food starting to pop up at 7-Eleven since the Japanese 7-Eleven buyout. I didn't know Japan bought 7-Eleven. Japan, the country? They bought 7-Eleven? Which Japanese company bought 7-Eleven? Anyway, this looks amazing. I don't even know what that is. Onigiri teriyaki chicken. Man, that sounds so good. Aussie chicken. Wow, cool. Japanese Australian chicken. Made in Australia from at least 89% Australian ingredients. Could be 90%. I don't know. It's at least 89. We've kept your seaweed crunchy. Ooh, there's seaweed? Ooh. That looks really good. So if they bought out 7-Eleven, does that mean this might be sold, or something like this might be sold over here in America too? I'm gonna have to check out my local 7-Eleven. Actually, we don't have 7-Eleven in Indiana, so scratch that. So I guess this Japanese buyout by a Japanese company, what is it called? Ito Yakado, happened in like 2005. But I guess the Australian CEO says that they're going to turn the experience into the Japanese experience, which sounds really cool. Japan's a pretty cool place, so that'll be interesting. All right, what the hell is going on here? Jack Black canceling the tour, Tenacious D in Australia because of something that was said in Sydney at the concert. I was blindsided by what was said at the show. I would never condone hate speech or encourage political violence. Okay, I need to know more.
Make a wish, Don't miss Trump next time. Thank you.
Whoa. Whoa. Holy shoot. That's an insane thing to say. Especially, whoa, that's just crazy. I don't even know what to say about that. Why would you say that on stage anywhere? You can't say that. So they're canceling their entire Australian tour. Yikes. Is this an issue down under? Tourists be coming over, knocking up Australian women, and then leaving? Apparently, DNA is now helping track down sex tourists' fathers. Is that what that means? Oh, no. Apparently, it's Australian dudes going to the Philippines. Okay. Layover in Dubai. Great to see Australian lamb in the supermarket. Interesting. Australian lamb. And we got the Kiwi flag. It says, hey, wait a minute. Is that why? Because they put the wrong freaking flag. I don't know how people mess that up. So actually, you know what? In the really early days of this YouTube channel, I think I did that mistake myself one time. But never again. Amazon Australia kicking up the prices a little before Prime Day sales. Well, yeah, how else are you supposed to put stuff on sale 80% off? You gotta raise it up 200% first. That's funny. Although I will say, I mean, I have sold some stuff on Amazon before, and pretty much everything on there, in fact, almost everything apart from, like the Amazon tablets and stuff that Amazon makes, the prices are set by, the seller. Amazon doesn't actually set the prices for almost anything. They just fulfill the orders. But that is funny and sad. Actually, hold on. I retract my statements a little bit because it looks like these items are the Amazon basics. Batteries. Those are produced and sold by Amazon. The hell? Well, I shouldn't say they're produced. Amazon slaps their name on them. Yes, we have vinegar stations on northern beaches. No, they're not for your fish and chips. Marine stingers, first aid. Vinegar. Priorities for tropical marine stings. Seek help, aid, dial 000. Treat the sting, pour vinegar onto the sting for at least 30 seconds, and apply CPR to the patient if required. Symptoms for irukandji stings may take 5 to 40 minutes to develop. Fascinating. I did not know that. Why is it just in the northern beaches? I was told people kept pinching the vinegar. I guess that's slang for stealing. So they dye it with a blue coloring. Nobody wants blue vinegar, I guess. Vinegar is so cheap. That's just plain being a terrible person to steal public first aid like that. Yeah, no shit. That's pathetic. Stealing vinegar? Ew. How much does vinegar cost? Well, it looks like there's quite a big difference between cleaning vinegar and like pure or distilled vinegar. So the joke's on them if they're stealing it to use on their food. Thought I'd share a win I had today in this grim world. Had Woolies drop off groceries to my place. I didn't order anything. Called them. They said, please dispose of them as you see fit and we'll refund the customer that ordered them. It was at least $200 and was groceries we would normally order. Plus, we hadn't done our shop for the upcoming week yet. Thanks, Woolies. Still won't shop there, though. Yay. That's a feel-good post. So that's the exact opposite of what happened to me recently. I ordered Walmart for delivery, and it went out on delivery, and it never came. And after contacting Walmart 3 different times, they told me that the delivery driver stole it and that I needed to contact corporate and I had to go drive to the Walmart where it was stolen from and I had to purchase all the food again and then I wasn't refunded the money for like a week. But I am happy someone else got kind of the flip side of that. Keep your cats inside for F's sake. Man, that's sad. A beautiful bird. Interesting. I mean, of course, that is how nature works. Like, animals kill each other. How many animals die a day to each other? Probably like 1 billion. But it is sad. I don't know what... It's interesting how this is like an issue, because this is not the first time I've seen this subreddit talk about it. I think there was a law that you guys were considering passing about keeping your cats inside. And a lot of people in the comments are talking about, you know, I don't understand why people let their cats roam. Nobody talks about this over here in the States. And I don't really know why that is. Like, cats mostly kill birds, rabbits over here, and mice over here in the US. Nobody talks about like, oh, we need to keep the cats inside. It's just an interesting thing. I don't know. Maybe like Australians are just a little bit more nature lovers, like animal lovers. That's definitely true. Like, that's kind of part of the culture. So, I mean, and when you have animals as beautiful as you guys do, it does make you feel a certain kind of way, even more strongly. Interesting. Hello, mates. Is this a kangaroo or a wallaby? I don't know. Well, this is a first. Anyone missing a kangaroo in Tacoma? Tacoma, like over here in the US? Or is there a Tacoma in Australia? I guess there is a Tacoma in Australia. In New South Wales. But I don't think this is the right Tacoma. But there's a frickin' kangaroo in Tacoma. Oh, the answer's right here. Pacific Northwest in the USA. So is it a wallaby or a kangaroo? That's what we need to know. Putting the country aside, it's very strange that a gray be found outside of Australia. There's the possibility that he's an escapee from a zoo or something, but even then, it's normally red kangaroos that are put into zoos. Interesting. So it is a kangaroo. The Australian way is to tell is to kick it in the balls. If it runs, it's a wallaby. If it attacks you, it's a roo. Young Australians feel they are missing out on being young. While most adults have nostalgic memories of being young and the freedom, exploration, and learning that entails, it's less likely for the current generation of youth. Disturbing findings that find a high proportion of Australians feel as though they are missing out on being young. In 2022, 45% of 505 Australians, 18 to 24, said they felt like they were missing out on being young. You know, I bet COVID played a big role in that. Essentially snatching away, you know, like 3 years, 3 years of people's formative years for young people. Pretty messed up. These feelings were associated with pressures in young people's lives around finances, work, education, housing, and long-term planning. Yeah. That makes sense. It does feel a little bit, you know, there's a lot of pessimism right now with inflation being as crazy as it is and the housing markets being as wild as they are. It doesn't really feel as, young people don't seem to have as much optimism for the future. I think people feel that way over here in America too, which is extremely sad and tragic and something needs to be done. 69% often worried about not having enough to eat? 70%? Not having enough to eat. Holy crap. 60% often experience financial difficulties. Okay, how can more people have not enough to eat? That I'd call that a financial difficulty. So how can this be lower? 60%. 51% were unemployed. Wow. Major IT outage affects banks, media outlets, and Australia and globally. Yep, that's so interesting how global the world is, especially with computers and the internet and everything. Because obviously that's huge news over here in America too. And around the world. I mean, it affects, I guess, Microsoft computers, which it turns out are pretty fundamental to logistics and the economy of the entire world. So when it goes down, which it was crowd strike, is that what it is? Some like cybersecurity thing. Yeah, totally screwed up everything to where flights are canceled and all this crazy shit all around the world. This is kind of funny seeing this post from 5 days ago. Kind of predicted the future predicament we're in right now, I think. Should airlines have to compensate domestic travelers when flights are canceled or delayed? Well, the airlines certainly are happy that we didn't figure that out yet, or they would owe people a whole lot of money right now. And I mean, obviously, to me, the intuitive answer is, yeah, if your flight is canceled or delayed, then you better get some kind of compensation or discount, you would think. But then again, I know that the airline companies operate on an extremely low margin as it is, so I don't know if it's practical. Like, I don't know if they can be refunding people or you know, giving them a discount. I don't know. This is just kind of a cool post. I guess it was right when this whole crisis happened with CrowdStrike. Anyone else just get the blue screen of death? Yeah, probably like 5 billion other people. So that's kind of funny. Interesting. It's cool to see kind of like history laid out just in a post, like before it even hit the news. You know what I mean? Just on the Australian subreddit. Anyone else just get that? What's going on? Shocked that there's even any left at this bargain price. Tams for $5. I'm actually a little bit confused. Is this like sarcasm? Is $5 cheap or not? I mean, that's $5 AUD, so that What is that, like $3? $2.50 for a pack of Tim Tams? That does seem cheap to me. So I don't know if it's sarcasm. We need to go to the comments. Oh, it says this is not a sale price. Truly bonkers. See, normally I'm able to like kind of follow along like, yeah, that seems ridiculous, but here I'm a little confused. Like, is that not the normal price? What is the normal price? I was at Woolies yesterday and it was 20% off for $4. Get effed. They are $2.50 a pack at IGA. Wow. Tim Tams are cheap. 2 for $7.70 actually. Okay, still cheap. Drake's did 3 for $6. Okay, so this is a ripoff, which to me just says, damn, Tim Tams are a good price. Thank you very much for watching. I think that's about it for this week, folks. Hopefully I didn't miss anything. I hope you guys have a great weekend. I'll see you next week.